everybody. Hey. We might be delayed a second because I forgot to press go live.
Of course. Hey, everybody.
Hey, okay, we're on now. Hey, guys. How's everybody doing? Sorry, technical. I was like just looking at you guys and I was like, wait a minute, I forgot to press.
Okay. Andrew was live yesterday and like muted the first 2 or 3 minutes.
Oh, really?
You would think what was I saying on Saturday night? You would think as many, every live there's something new.
I know,
we
right?
would know by now, but no.
It's either trolls, you forget to press go live, you accidentally log out instead of back in.
It never fails.
All right, I'm going to jump over to the chat and say hi to some people before we jump into our topic for tonight. Okay.
Clock's comment made me not laugh.
Oh, I don't even want to know. All right. Rayleigh Creative Travel. Howdy, friends and neighbors. You sure don't need it, but it's recommended. Darian is a good example of insurance while being in Germany. Oh,
howdy.
Darian, you might have to come on and tell us what this is about. If he's on here. I don't know if he's on here. Cruising on the high seas. Good day, y'all.
Hello.
Well, hello, Embarkation Nation.
Hello. I don't do it like Andrew.
Clock Family Adventures. Hey.
Hey.
Do you miss us, Clock? Do you remember us?
You remember when he was striving for watch hours? Good old days.
Randacita, good evening.
Hello.
Oh, okay. Z, you're going to say hi to Mike, but not us? Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, Z.
That's cool.
We'll remember that.
Oh, no, he did coming down later. Oh, you're excused, Z.
Yeah, my bad. I think we skipped over one too.
Who?
Cruising is fun anytime.
Oh. Hey, cruising is fun anytime. Welcome in.
Hey.
We got Clock Family Adventures. I see you replaced me with another mic. I guess any mic will do.
I'm the pinch hitter.
Oh.
The Z Show says, "What's up, ladies?" So he did come back.
He did. Here we were mean to him. Sorry, Z.
Hey, J&S Adventures. Welcome in. And welcome in Controversial Cruising.
Howdy.
And 2 mics are better than 1 at Clock Family Adventures. We got Feeding Frenzy 91. Hello and God bless all. Welcome in. And we got Alice from Eddie from Alice Lugo Studios. I cannot speak, you guys.
I was just saying, I hear it's the better half of Lugo Studios.
I know.
Yeah.
1 second. Let me get back over here. Then we've got Rayleigh Creative Travel says, "Hey, Mike Clock, don't stop going live or being around just because you are making mega bucks now. LOL."
I know.
Don't forget the little people.
Yes. Hey, Scratch and Pete, welcome in. And I can't wait for your big announcement coming up here soon.
If not, catch him tomorrow because he has an awesome live at lunchtime.
Yeah. So catch that at lunchtime. I believe it's at 12:15 Eastern time.
He must have won the big one.
Yeah, right? Let's see. Just scrolling down here. Clock says, "I was rolling around in my YouTube money like Scrooge McDuck."
I can see him doing it.
Oh boy.
Sam Cooker is here.
Hey, Sam Cooker.
Welcome in. I've noticed people just fall off YouTube once they get that goal. Oh, Clock, you better not. I think we are down to the bottom, and it sounds like it is pouring here and lightning and thundering. So hopefully I
Wow.
don't lose my connection.
Oh yeah. I don't want that.
I wish we could get some of that.
Well, it was weird because normally in Florida, this happens like every day around 4 or 5 o'clock, and it starts like in like end of May, beginning of June, and we have not had it until like this last like week.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyhow, so how are you guys today? Happy Monday. I keep thinking it's Tuesday. I even went and got my lottery ticket thinking the Mega Million drawing was tonight, and it's
I know you texted that earlier, and I was like, oh, it's tomorrow, but man, go get her. You have to make sure she wins.
I keep thinking it's Tuesday. And now this live tonight that's out of sync is really making me think it's Tuesday.
Yeah, it's
So
been a Monday for me at work. So, you know, yeah, actually after this live, I get to log back into work and wrap up some more stuff. So, isn't that fun?
Lucky you.
Happy Monday.
So real quick before we dive into our topic, do you guys have any premieres or videos or lives coming up?
Just my normal Monday through Friday, 10 o'clock Central, cruise news. That's all I've got on my plate. I'm thinking about doing another baseball live stream at sometime this week. I don't know when, but
For Texas Rangers?
no. Be for that. I'll make sure that we got a team we can beat. Before I go on there again. I'm not going to jinx them again.
Okay.
Jennifer, what about you?
Well, I'm live with you. When Sherry's live, you'll see Embarkation Nation. We're buddies in this YouTube watch hours. And I'm hoping work will calm down a little bit this week where I can edit. I've been saying that for about 4 weeks now. But I've been interviewing, just for those who have been following, I've been interviewing with a couple of different companies. So hopefully that will work out too. And that way life will return back to normal. And I can get back to editing and all those fun things. But right now I'm just with Sherry, her exit buddy.
Yay! And also, we just posted at 6 o'clock a Temu video. So make sure you go check that out with our unboxing of our first Temu. Cruising is fun. Make sure you check it out. You might want to buy something that we got. And it looks like Scrow's Nest has joined us. Welcome in, Scrow's Nest.
I've been following Scrow's Nest around all day. I feel.
Z is saying to clock, don't disappear like Bill did.
Z, Bill was with us 3 hours yesterday. He was a trooper.
Mm-hmm. And okay, we are back down to the bottom. So make sure you're going to all of our channels, dropping your link. I'm #defun. Embarkation is #nation. And Mike, do you have a Nightbot where it drops the link?
Well, I do, but I'm not streaming.
You're not streaming.
Okay. Well, make sure you are going
I'm just here for support,
Oh, you're so amazing, Mike.
Well, make sure you are going to Cruise Vet's channel and checking it out. And if you aren't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to him.
He needs subscribers, guys. He needs to. He should be bigger than where he is. He's a good channel.
Appreciate that.
Sure.
Yes. Hold on. I'm just adding somebody as a moderator. 1 second. Okay. So our topic tonight is travel insurance. So do you guys travel, you two on the panel, without insurance, or do you get the insurance? Hey, Griswold family, Bay K, and hey, Danny D.
Hey there.
Do you guys get the insurance?
We used to be those cruisers who did not get the insurance. We'd be like, I ain't paying that extra money. That was back when we were younger and invincible. Now that we're older, we get the travel insurance. We actually have an annual plan, so we don't pay for it with our cruise per se. We buy the annual plan. But we started doing that once kind of we had Chloe because, life changes. You realize you're not
Mhm.
invincible and things happen. And Andrew and I are getting a little older. We're not older, but older. And so, and Andrew still likes to go do those wild things where you might break an arm. So, that's why
Mhm.
that's why we get it.
So you don't get it through the cruise line. You have your own private insurance that you get?
Yes. So we watched a big channel, and he mentioned Lali DeLoca mentioned that he went through Allianz,
Mhm.
however he says it. And so I was like, oh, that's a good point. We're going on like 5 cruises this next year. So I actually bought the annual plan, and it was less than two. I mean, I got the basic, like, it was enough coverage for us. And so it was like less than $200 for the year.
Oh, that's not bad at
Mm-mm.
all. Because if you're going on more than 2 cruises, it kind of pays for itself, right?
Right.
And
And it
it
covered
is
airlines,
it
different things, rental cars.
is it calendar year or the year you like when you sign up to the like count like when you say you signed up today, does it go till July 31st next
It
year?
was from May
Or
to
does
May. Yeah. And then,
Oh,
That's
okay.
that's good.
yeah.
Then
I mean,
maybe I should do it because I have 4 cruises all the way from October to November of next, like this October to November of next year. That might be cheaper than going through the cruise line.
right. And I would just want to throw this disclaimer. I'm not a spokesperson for
Right.
them. That's just who we use because I felt like the um, yearly plan was worth it for us. But I definitely do your research on it. But we
Yeah,
felt
you
like
need
it
to
was enough
research,
coverage.
read the difference of what the cruise line covers versus what the insurer that you're going through covers.
Yeah.
Because it might be different. I don't know. I've never even looked into it, but I just know that I've always gotten it. And I know one time, and this happens, and I've heard more about it lately. We were actually on an excursion in Cozumel and got taken out in the ocean by a riptide.
Ooh,
And
Wow.
we all got like, I don't remember if the Coast Guard came, but a bunch of people came and we got pulled in. But they took us all by ambulance to the hospital because they wanted to make sure we had no water in our lungs and they wanted to take x-rays and all of that. Well, the cruise line won't cover that unless you have the actual insurance.
right.
Yeah.
So the only thing they did was give us our money back for the excursion. That's what they're liable for. So luckily we had the insurance. So ever since then, I've always gotten, because you never know too. I've gotten sick on a cruise. Like I had 103 fever and had to go to the doctor once, and that was a good pretty penny. And I didn't have insurance back then either.
Right.
So I've always had some type of coverage because when you're in these other countries, sometimes they don't even take your own health insurance. So,
Mm-mm.
what
Yeah.
about you, cruise vet?
Well, ever since the big shutdown that we had, uh, I get it on everything. I get it on a cruise. If I book the plane ticket, I buy it for that. If I get a hotel
Mm-hmm.
room, I get it for that. Because you just don't know. You don't know what's going to be happening that we don't even. I mean, there's stuff that you just can't even think of. So
Right.
Yeah,
I
what
don't want to
happens
chance it.
if your flights get canceled? You can't get on a new flight. And if you do get on a new flight, it's way past when the cruise leaves.
Right.
Right.
Then what
Yeah.
happens? Right?
Yeah. I mean,
Let me hop over. There is some comments in the chat over here about it. So Blaine is saying he's done it both ways, but he recommends to clients all the time. I needed this in 2018 because we had to cancel Vista. Wish I did what I preach from vloggers this year. Lost my 3K plus. And that's what I was saying.
Ouch.
If your flight is canceled too, Blaine, and you can't get on a flight till after the cruise leaves, there goes your three grand, right?
Yeah, that's ouch.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's terrible.
Clock saying he does not get the insurance. Well, Clock, maybe you're listening to us.
With all that new YouTube money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does he need insurance for?
Hey, Ocean to Ocean, welcome in.
Hey, Bruce.
Hey,
Hey, Bruce. And Bruce and Blaine, if you want to come up and talk about travel insurance, let me know and I'll get you the link.
Yeah.
Um, hey, Bud Files, welcome in.
howdy.
Clock says, see me traveling, just did breaking news. Someone went overboard on Spectrum of the Seas.
That's awful.
Oh,
Wow.
isn't that over in Japan or over that way? I think it is. I think that's
I think
awful
so.
though. That's
I
I
think
keep
they were
hearing
headed
more
to
and more
Japan.
about this.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to do something. I mean, they have cameras, but still they need to I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
But
I don't know what
this is like the second one this week, isn't it? Or within a
something
week.
like that.
Yeah.
I just
Mm,
that's so sad. I hope they're okay and or their prayers to their family if not.
yes.
It's awful.
Hey Scott McNeil, welcome in.
Hey, Scott McNeil.
Howdy.
Let's
Did we say hi to
see.
Griswold family vacay?
Yes, we did a
Oh,
few minutes ago.
hey, Danny.
Um, Traveling Check is here. Welcome
Hey.
in.
Hello.
And Warm Strong. Hey,
There,
hey.
there's Warmstrong.
Bill.
Just scrolling down. Everybody's saying hi, hi, hi. And my dog's pawing at the door. He wants in, of course. Um, so Z is saying, and that's why you should get there a couple days prior to the port. Well, still, what happens if you get there and you get sick and you can't get on the cruise? What does that get you, Z?
I think it was
Clock?
who was it? Coach Cruz recently.
Mm-hmm.
He,
Mm-hmm.
had flight delay after flight delay. Tornadoes were touching down. It was out of his control. He normally is there a
Yeah.
day or two early, but still got there the morning of the. Things happen.
Yeah.
Well,
But
yeah, they had that wreck in the harbor too, where the ship was coming in
yeah,
late,
that's
got there late, and they didn't even get on the ship till I don't even know what time it was.
right.
Yeah. And what about all those people over for the Pride, where the Pride was, and then they were stuck over there with no hotel, no nothing, and
Yeah.
they had to wait for the fixes to get done and all that stuff. So
You just
if
never
they had
know.
insurance, yeah, you don't know. Um, Personal story: brother had a heart attack on an Alaskan cruise. Took him off the ship in Juneau. Medevac flight to Anchorage cost a flight $30,000. Thank God he had travel insurance. Oh my
Yep.
goodness.
That was one of the things we first looked at in our plan was that meta, because that, I mean, you have that, it's a lot. So I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
I think somebody I read one day theirs was like 95,000 or something.
I couldn't imagine.
Mm.
Dang. That is crazy. Well, thank goodness he had the travel insurance and hopefully he's okay. Um, Scott McNeil, I have a yearly policy with Alliance.
Allianz. Yeah.
Oh, Alliance. Okay. Sounds like that might be the one I need to look at. I plan on getting it as a yearly plan, just haven't done it yet. Well, Clock, with as many cruises as you go on, it pays for itself, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could look at a family plan, honestly.
Uh-huh. Hey, Will G, welcome in.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi,
Oops,
Chrissy Sand.
I just I might have lost my spot in here, but let's see. Everybody's saying hi. Okay, I'm back down, I think, at the bottom. If I missed anything, you guys let me know because it kind of pressed the wrong.
It's okay.
The
I'm
wrong
scrolling.
thing. Um, so I'm trying to think how much I think I Amber Alert. Sorry, guys.
Oh my.
Uh-oh.
I thought it was like a tornado thing with the
That's
storms
what I
going off.
thought.
It like scared me for a second.
You need to evacuate.
I
I
know.
know. I thought it was like a fire alarm.
Now I thought I was gonna be like, go to a closet immediately. I was gonna be like, bye guys.
Mike, you're running the show.
um. Okay, hold on. Bruce wants me to send him the link. Second.
Yeah. I bet you Bruce can really speak to this topic too.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me get it up of here, Bruce. You guys can talk for a second. I'm trying to get it up here for him.
Well, and I was just say another reason we got the annual plan is because Chloe, she has asthma. She's got a little bit of a birth defect in her right lung, so if she catches something like RSV or like the rhinovirus or anything like that, that right lung, it just the way she has a slight birth defect, it's something they think she'll grow out of, so no surgery needed at the time. But now that right lung kind of closes off a little bit, and her CO2 levels dip into like that low 80s, and she starts having like asthma attacks, and so um, we actually bought it. That's why we looked at the medevac, because if she's needing breathing treatments or needs to get off the ship, I wanted to make sure she was covered because you just
Yeah.
never know. I mean, could be me or Andrew too, but I'm just saying like that was one of the reasons I looked at the policy with the medevac, because I've read it's like 30, 80, could be 95,000, and I was like, yeah, I don't have that in my bank account.
Yeah. I don't
I
think
don't.
anybody
I would.
does.
No, you could go seriously bankrupt with that.
Have to
Yeah.
take out a second mortgage or something.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Won't be cruising anymore.
So that'd be the end of that.
Let's see. Let me just jump over to the chat.
Hey Bruce.
Logong says hello, welcome in. And then Scrowsnest says, even if you're young, you get distracted or been drinking for fall break, your arm hit your head, etc. You wish you bought the insurance. Yeah,
True.
it's true. Anything can happen, and you never know.
Right.
Get hurt on an excursion, you know.
Yeah, it's true. So Bruce, hello, welcome in.
Howdy, how's everybody doing?
We are doing
Good.
great. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. We've been having technical issues today with I'm trying to get everything ready for our live tomorrow night, and StreamYard for the last few weeks, have been really messing with our intro and our exit and everything, and found out that our video card just isn't enough to power it over. It's weird. I had a couple people on helping me with it. If I'm straight on StreamYard, it lags. If I bring it over to the laptop to play, it plays fine. But we have a big screen and it whatever. So it's been kind of crazy today, but it's all good.
Well, at least you're finding all that out now and not tomorrow during your live stream.
Yeah. So insurance
Right?
is a big topic of mine because I think everybody ought to get it. The moment you need it and you don't get it, you will wish you've had it. Especially if you're on a cruise and you're in the Bahamas, somewhere in the Caribbean, somewhere overseas, you're going to have major issues because the cruise lines don't cover very much, even if you get the cruise lines insurance. Um, Insurance companies, the ones that we deal with, they have different packages, but they 9 times out of 10, I would almost say 10 out of 10, cover more than the cruise lines do. Cruise lines cover the very minimum that they need to do. So,
So
like,
do you
so
so
yeah,
you recommend the private ones? Is that what you're saying?
I do. I
Okay.
recommend going, and typically it's less expensive. Every one I've quoted has always been less expensive than what it would be through the cruise line. They have more expensive packages. That just means it covers dollar wise more, but
Mhm.
most of them, ever since the C word, most of them cover that type of illness. They cover transportation from wherever you are in the world. Most 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 of them will. So I recommend it, even if you're 20 years old, because the one moment 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, they think that they're invincible. You're not, and there's going to be one time when something could, and you wish you had it. So yeah,
Yeah.
I always recommend to everybody to get travel insurance when you're going
So
on a cruise.
what happens if you have both? Let's just say you took out the cruise insurance and then you got the private insurance. Which one covers it?
Well, you can. So it's however you. It's not. It doesn't work like health insurance where okay, you've got this one, so this one covers so much, and then you can turn over. I mean, you can do it that way. So I mean, if you have both, then you put a claim in with the cruise line for what
And
they
then they do.
cover, and then you can do the rest for the insurance. Personally, though, my feeling that if you have personal travel insurance, you don't need the cruise line. I think it's a waste of money, if you will, if you have the other,
Well, I
because
meant
the
like
other
if
always
you
costs more.
purchased the cruise line and then you decided to go and purchase the private one. That's what
Then
because I already
um,
have purchased, I think, the private for 2 of my cruises already.
um, uh, are you at final payment
No,
already?
no.
I would drop the cruise line one then.
Okay.
That's my personal feeling, because the private ones always cover more. They cover everything. Like the cruise lines, unless it's the cruise line's fault, if there's something that you are having to be flown home because of the cruise line, they'll cover your transportation. Otherwise, the cruise lines are not going to cover your flight, um, medevacs, or anything if it's not their fault.
Okay.
So that's
All right. We do have a question. What happens if you don't hit the money and no insurance? If you don't hit the
Maybe if you
money,
don't have the money.
oh, and no
um,
insurance.
what happens if you don't hit. I don't. Can
So
you specify, Rod, what you're talking about?
I think he's talking about something happens, right? And you have to go to the doctor on a cruise ship and you don't have the money to pay them and you don't have insurance. I think that's what he means.
Well,
Or you have to get air vac or anything and you don't have the money. What happens? Because I don't think your personal insurance covers any of that.
no, most health insurances that you have through your work or stuff through in the United States do not cover you out of the United States. You can check with your policy to find out, but most of them do not cover you outside the United States. As for the question, if you get hurt or something out of the United States, but then you don't have the money, uh, and you have to fly home, I guess go to the U.S. embassy wherever you're at and see if they will help you. I've never run into that situation. I know that there was a gal, but they
Knock
have the
on
money
wood,
to do
Bruce.
huh?
Knock on wood, you don't ever run into that situation.
Yeah, that would be scary if you're in another country and you don't have the money to fly home and you don't have insurance. That's going to cover that. Yeah, I really, really don't know. Um, yeah, that would be a scary situation for sure.
Well, there was that one lady, like when the cruise lines first restarted, and I want to say it was Belize, and if
It
I think she
was.
was on
I know
Carnival,
exactly what you're talking
and
about. Yeah.
and so she got sick, and so they took her to the hospital in Belize, and then she had to pay out of pocket to go to the hospital, and then they had to do like a fundraiser to raise the money to get her life flighted from Belize back to. Well, I think she was from Oklahoma.
Yeah, she had a
So
$30,000 bill. They had to figure out
right,
how to get her home. Yeah, she was
right,
stuck in Belize for almost a month.
yep,
Wow, that's wild.
yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
what happens if she didn't even have the money to pay for it in Belize, like
Well,
for lodging
she
and
didn't. That's all. I mean, yeah, she was in. They had to do a fundraiser and
Yeah,
everything. She didn't have money for anything. So
GoFundMe.
yeah,
so let's hop back over here. We have Bama Nola in the house. Hey, 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 welcome in.
Howdy.
And let's see. Bama saying hi to everybody. The traveling fools have come in. Hello, hello.
Hey there.
Cruising scene. If I didn't see you and say hello, welcome in. I got a question for Bruce. Can I use my AARP card to buy Carnival Cruise gift cards? I think so. I heard
you might.
somebody talking about it.
That would be something that we would have to call the cruise line on. I'm not really sure, Z, but we can find out. I've never had one. I've never had anybody ask me to buy a gift card using AARP. I know that. Well, I mean, when you're booking a cruise, you have we have the 55 and older discount that we can apply. But we'd have to find out. I'm not really sure, but we can find out.
Um, Danny D, knock on the road for sure. Bruce had a dock right behind him. Carl Rock, welcome in. And we are back down to the beginning. So, Bruce, or to the bottom. So, Bruce, do you suggest any particular company to go through? Or can you just give us a few?
Yeah. So my biggest provider that seems to get the best rates is one called Insurance Safe, or Travel Safe Insurance. Travel Guard is also pretty good. The one that the airlines use, people call it Alliance, but it's actually Alliance or something like that. I can't remember, but
That's one Jennifer was talking about. Yeah.
okay. Yeah. They are okay, but there are better policies out there. I'm still fighting with them over another client that insisted on going with them to get their flights back. So they are tough to work with sometimes when it comes to putting in a claim. So
And who is that? You said that's tough.
Alliance.
Oh, okay.
The ones that it's most of the ones when that the airlines use. That's who they use, most of them. But they're hard to work with. The reason that the airlines use them, their policies are pretty inexpensive. But they're hard when it comes to putting in a claim. If you actually have to use them,
That's
I mean
good.
they're not they're better than nothing. They are better than nothing.
That's good to know.
And so Scrow's Nest, I think, has answered the question. 10% off face value of Carnival gift cards. $100 is $90. We buy and use them all the time.
There you go, Z.
Hey.
So yeah, Z, there you go. I don't know if Sam's Club or Costco sells their gift cards. I'll have to look next time I'm there. But does anyone have questions about any of the travel insurance that Bruce can answer? If anybody does, please feel free to put questions in the chat. So have you ever had like a bad experience, Bruce, with the insurance?
Just the one that I talked about with the client that it's been 6 months and we're still trying to get all their money back for them. Otherwise, I haven't had a client yet that has had to use the insurance for a major issue being on a cruise line or being out of the country. So, but so I have not had a bad experience yet outside of that one with them yet. And
Um,
people,
go on.
I was going to say, people think that they don't need it and they're going to save the money, and
Hmm.
that's, you know, yeah, me personally, I just think you're rolling the dice. You're playing roulette with a if you were, because none of us know if we're going to get seriously hurt, seriously
Correct.
injured. You could be on an excursion, you could be whatever, you could be out doing nothing, walking down the pier, and then who knows what, you break a leg. I mean, you just never know. And so the moment that you do need it and you don't have it, trust me, you're going to wish you
Well, that's like Scrow's Nest just said his brother or brother-in-law had to be airbagged off, had a heart attack, and that was
did. Yeah.
thirty
And
thousand
see, that
dollars.
that that's the ones that are, the scariest, because the cruise lines do not cover medevacs or anything like that. So you get theirs, but they'll help you get to a hospital, but they're not going to cover that other stuff unless, again, it's their fault. If you got hurt on their ship per se, and it's their fault, and you're having to be medevaced or whatever, that's one thing. But that's going to be very, very rare. So
Yeah, I mean, if you use the ship's medical services, I mean, just on this last cruise, I had to go down there just for some over the counter stuff, and I got a nice little $65
oh yeah.
addition to my little sailing sign or whatever.
Uh, yeah, on our last cruise, Cindy's allergies really kicked in bad down in Mexico. I mean, really, really bad. And we got off in, I want to say it's um, Puerto Vallarta, I think is where it was. We couldn't find anything. And so we finally went to to the on ship doctors, and yeah, they had them. We had $110 bill for some over the counter allergy medicine. So,
Wow.
and that
And
just
I
gets
always
added to your
thought that
sailing time card, you know. So,
I always thought too, like ever since the C word, I've always taken like cough syrup and stuff like that because I have a feeling, and now I don't know this for sure, but when you buy that stuff in the gift store on the cruise, they probably red flag that right to your cabin.
oh,
Um,
you buying that type of stuff? Yeah, I can guarantee you they will. Um,
hmm.
uh, and in fact, uh, on one cruise that we did last year, I just went and got some. I was having a slight headache, and we went and got some medicine, and they were asking some headache medicine. It was some Tylenol, and they were asking all sorts of questions with me when I bought that. Are you okay? What's going on? What's your, like, no, I just have a slight headache. I just don't want to just live it through. I want to numb my head. But yeah, so I think it does flake them, and they ask
Hmm.
questions. So I recommend anybody, and we do too. We from now on, because of that experience on our last one, we are always going to make sure that we have Tylenol, that we're going to have allergy medicine, cold medicine, all that kind of stuff, small little pills and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I bring my own first aid kit, and put my stuff in there. You just never know.
yeah, yeah. And no, Eddie, I was not drinking. Funny,
Let me
funny.
hop back over here. Controversial Cruising says all state rewards or AAA does also for 10% off. Oh, that's good to know too.
Awesome.
Scrow's Nest, do you think cruise lines should require you to buy insurance before you can cruise?
I mean, that's a touchy. I mean, forcing something. I mean, I maybe I mean, you have to have car insurance. If you get pulled over without driving a car, I don't know. Anyways, in this state, you have to, or you get a huge ticket. Um, when it comes to that, I don't know. I don't know about forcing people, but I don't know. That'd be kind of stuff. What do you guys think?
I
Forcing someone to have car health insurance or travel insurance?
I think some countries require it because I think traveling Czech maybe can answer us, but I think they had to have Carnival some kind of insurance for them to go on that 22-day cruise. But I believe one of the islands required it. Armstrong was on that cruise. He may know too. But some countries may require it.
I mean, I guess if it was money coming out of the cruise line, they should require it. But I don't think it really is impacting the cruise line, right? Unless you're sick on the ship and need to go to the
Right,
doctor
unless
and you
you're
don't have
sick
the
on the
money.
ship. Exactly. Unless you are
But
sick or hurt, yeah.
if you get hurt somewhere in another country, that's not on the cruise line. That's between you and that country. So I don't know if the cruise line can really mandate that you buy the insurance unless it really impacted them. But
He
I don't
just said
know.
that, he just said in the comments the Trans-Pacific, Pacific made him have the insurance.
Who
So
did?
they required it.
Bill.
Bill.
Oh, Bill. Yeah. Oh, I see the comment above him says that someone went down to get cough medicine and Carnival put him in the isolation.
See, that's what I'm saying.
There
I
you
think
go.
when you
Yeah.
buy that kind of stuff, you're red flagged when you walk up to that register and they scan your card. They know exactly where your room is. They know everything.
Well, when I went to medical to get that over the counter stuff, they were calling me like twice a day, till I got off. Every day I was getting like 2 phone calls in my stateroom. Like, hey, are
Yeah.
you okay?
That's
You need any
interesting.
They
assistance?
Hmm.
they were doing that with Cindy also. I mean, it was her allergies, but her allergies, she has a really bad cough with her allergies when they're really bad and stuff. And so they were constantly questioning us, are you sure? They didn't make her go down and get a test, but when she took the allergy medicine, then they noticed that we showed them, yeah, see, she's fine now.
So Orange Cone Blog has joined us. Welcome in.
Howdy.
And Eddie Lugo Studios has joined us. Hey, hey.
Yo, yo, yo.
Who knows? You might have a heart attack like the guy in the Magic not too long ago. That's what Bruce was saying. You never know when something's gonna happen.
Like I said, when it comes to now I did have someone that got sick on a cruise ship, and the cruise line they wrote it out that it was right at the end of the cruise, and the cruise line helped them out and everything. But yeah, if you get a heart attack, if it's not the cruise line's fault, their insurance isn't going to cover it, and you just never know. Just never know.
Blaine is saying no. It's like adults in college. Everyone knows the results if you don't do it. It's true. Let's see. Everybody's saying hi to Orange Cone. Bruce drank too much. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Warm Strong. I know someone who went down for cough medicine. Carnival wound up putting them in isolation. Yeah, I'm telling you, I think they definitely have you. On the Trans-Pacific, we had to have insurance. Welcome in, King's Monarch TV.
Hello.
And we are down to the bottom. So what other suggestions, Bruce? Like what else does it cover besides medical? Does it cover like your luggage if your luggage is lost?
It does. So it covers it. Most travel insurance will cover if you're delayed for more than 4 hours. Some of them it's more than 10 hours. They will put you up in hotels if you have lost luggage. There's a percent if your luggage is lost and cannot be found. Most of the ones I've quoted cover up to $1,500 for lost luggage. They cover a wide range from not just the cruise or not just wherever you're going, but from the time you leave your house until you get back. They cover everything. If there's any type of a delay on your flight at the airport, last year on a cruise that we were doing, we were flying into Texas, and we had a stop in Salt Lake City. We missed our connection flight because in Seattle it was foggy and our plane took off 3 hours late. And because of that, we missed our connecting flight. And our travel insurance, because of that, put us up in a hotel for the night before, gave us $100 food voucher and all that. So travel insurance covers a whole lot more than just the cruise or whatever. So they cover a ton.
That's good to know, because a lot of people think it's just, medical, but
Oh no.
yeah, that's good, really good to know.
Another
Um,
I was saying another thing that caught our eye was like lost luggage. I know that there's been some stuff in the, I think Dawn was talking about working on some lost luggage for a cruise, and that was something that caught our eye as well.
If only it
yeah.
would cover my casino losses. That
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice, wouldn't it?
file a claim
So
on that.
we bought for our Alaska trip, because we had connecting flights and all kinds of stuff going out. We bought the air tags and put those in our luggage, so we knew where our luggage was at all times. So if it was ever lost, we'd know, hey, it's still in Atlanta, or hey, it made it on a flight to Austin. It never made it here. So they're good to have if you flip them in your luggage, an air tag, and you can track it right on your phone through the app. So,
Yeah. So just so you have some kind of an idea, so the main one that I quote is called Travel Safe Insurance, and they have two different plans. They have a basic plan and they have a classic plan. But things it covers is things like trip cancellation up to 100% of the full trip cost. You're not talking about just your cruise portion. You're talking about your flight portion, rental car portion, anything that you've done. It covers hotels, cut up to 100%. Up to 100% if there's an interruption in your vacation. If there's a delay, up to $500. If you miss a connection, they'll pay up to $500 for just the missed connection. There's accidental sickness and medical expense coverage, emergency medical evaluation of up to $100,000.
oh wow,
Non-medical emergency evacuation up to $2,500 or $25,000. Accidental death and dismemberments, baggage and personal effects. If you lose your baggage or personal effects, up to $500 on one and up to $2,500 on the other plan. If there's a baggage delay, say your baggage went one place while you went somewhere else, they cover that up to $250. Yeah, you can cancel your trip for any reason, and you get 100% of your money back. Sometimes cruise lines will charge you a penalty, but these insurance will cover the cancellation. So I think it's well worth having it.
Yeah, I think I might switch, because it's actually cheaper. By the time I'm paying $50 a cruise for insurance, I can get a whole plan for the whole year to cover all my vacations, right?
Yeah, I mean, and more people, if you're cruising, more than twice a year, I would definitely look at doing a yearly plan. Because overall, I think it is cheaper if you do a yearly versus every trip once.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because I have 4 or 5 cruises booked. If I'm paying $40 to $50 a pop for insurance through the cruise line, and probably
Yeah.
cheaper and get more
And
coverage through the private thing.
And just as an example, why I say that these insurances are cheaper. So on a cruise line, I had a client that is doing Alaska next year, and they wanted the insurance. So, which I was happy about. So the cruise line, the insurance was I think it was $120 per person or $130 per person, and there's 6 of them. Their um, insurance quote that I gave them was for $250 for everybody, covered everybody. So it's a lot cheaper.
Yeah. Someone in the chat, cruising on this high theme, but the part that sucks is if you make a claim, the next time you buy, your rates go up. Is that true? Is that like car insurance, that your rates would go up or anything like that if you made a claim, Bruce?
We haven't ever run into that. It's not like car insurance. So
That's good to know.
You said it was travel safe insurance. It's got
travel safe, yeah.
Like a blue and green logo with like a globe. I'm looking at it right now. That's why I was wondering.
Let me look here.
So clock, with as many cruises that you go on and as much traveling as you do, even you're not even going to cruises, I would think it would even be covered on your Vegas trip and all that, if anything would happen, right? It's not just cruises, it's everything it covers when you're traveling, right? Who's to say, Clock, you're not going to be on your haunted booze cruise, your haunted ghost tour, and a ghost jumps out at you and hurts you? What are you going to do?
That's a good point. I mean, that might be a real thing.
Jennifer, travel safe. The word travel is in white, and the word safe is in green.
Okay. I just want to make sure I was at the right one, sometimes.
Yeah.
Clock says, yeah, I am just cheap.
I mean, you could get possessed, doing all those ghost tours.
Don't let him even fool you. I mean, he's buying balconies all the time. What's he talking about?
Hey, Cruise Nuts, welcome in.
That's how he affords those 9 cruises a year. He's cheap.
And he's not buying the insurance.
We still love you, Clock.
I will scream rape. Is that a walking tour? Is that a bus tour? What is it? You don't know if you're going to trip on something and you have to go to the hospital, Clock. If you're cheap, you're not going to be happy if that happens.
Yeah, if we go through the cemetery, you might trip over some headstone or something. You never know.
Could be.
That could be kind of scary.
Like a hand coming up from the grave or something.
Oh boy.
I mean,
I
don't know. I don't know what goes on.
Are you joining us on that? Are you coming in early enough?
I'm thinking about that. That sounds interesting. Just to see Clock screaming,
A walking tour as of now. Say you could trip on something. Okay, Alice has a good question. Alice is asking, is Bruce, are pre-existing conditions covered?
Yes.
That's good to know. That's actually, I wouldn't have not thought about that. Thank you, Alice.
Now, with pre-existing conditions, something up that, I mean, like you can't go on there with a broken leg and then claim a broken, but yes, if you have, say, a heart condition, but then you have a heart attack while on there or whatever, yeah, it's going to be covered.
That's a good question. That's a very good question.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody else have any questions? I know we're almost out of time, but does anybody in the chat have questions? Anybody on the panel have questions? That was very good information, Bruce. Thanks for coming on unplanned.
Our panel expert.
Yeah, that was very, very helpful.
Yeah. Insurance is a hot topic for me because I think everyone ought to have it. We used to not have it. And I really think that the C word is really, have really make the people think, even though we're kind of on the back end of that, but because of that, we're starting to think of other things now, and we're also, with Cindy and I, we're getting up there in years too, where you know things could happen. So, but even if you're young, I even talk to our kids every time when they go with us. I make sure there's travel insurance on them, and
I mean,
they're in their 20s. So.
I told Andrew we were just lucky. I mean, some of the, he's doing flips off, in Cozumel, doing flips off the floating iceberg, and he, had a few. I mean, we were just lucky. I mean,
You
being
I
honest,
completely agree. That and
so
rolling the dice,
yeah,
you see some people, some of the ones that are doing some of these things and jumping off cliffs and everything else, and some of these excursions and stuff. It just takes a wrong turn, the wrong way that you hit that water by an inch or two, and it could really ruin your life. So
right.
Climbing those pyramids. I mean, those steps were like ridiculous. I did that one. Did those in Belize, and I could have very easily took a tumble down.
Or like me, who almost took the ATV and went over a cliff in
Oh,
in San Juan. That would have been a pretty penny for our health and our ATV that we'd have to pay for. Hey, Chloe. Clock says gambling is in my blood.
Yeah.
yeah, clock, but this is one that you do not want to lose at. Trust me.
Yeah.
you either hit it or that's it.
Yeah.
That might be the last cruise you go on. Cruise Nuts. He says his shark video is posted. Okay, everybody go check
Okay.
that out.
That premiere looked really good when I saw it the other night.
Mm-hmm. So Bruce, when are you live again? Tell the
Tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Every Tuesday
about to
night.
say we're on at 6.
Yeah, no, West Coast 6. Yeah.
Do you have any videos coming out, Bruce?
I do. I'm working on another one. We're doing our shorts right now for people that have seen it. We're doing the challenge, or not just people going on the booze cruise, but just working on getting healthy. And so we're doing a 90-day challenge basically, because we're working it up to the booze cruise. So we have those shorts coming out every day, and then at our next second to last series in the Mexican Riviera cruise that I'm working on right now. So hopefully that will be coming out sometime this week.
And what's the challenge? I don't know what this challenge is. What's the challenge?
It's just well, I started it by calling it Cruise Fit Ready, but my wife's like, what does Cruise Fit Ready really mean? I'm like, it's getting ready to be fit for the cruise. But anyway, so it's a healthy challenge. We're working on, I mean, as most people, not everyone, I won't put everyone in the same category, but most people, when you go on a cruise, when we go on cruises, we always come home with a little extra baggage that we wish we didn't have.
Yep.
And so, since we've been cruising, it's been getting harder and harder to take that off before the next cruise. So we're really, really working hard to get, and not just to lose the weight for the booze cruise, but just to be healthy in general, cutting out, sugars, and we really don't eat a lot of sugar, but cutting out the artificial sweeteners, cutting out, we're kind of going gluten free and different things like that, just to be. Plus, we found out that Cindy's allergic to gluten, so that kind of helps too. But just to, try to make more smart choices when it comes to eating and moving and being, exercise and being fit. And so, yeah, so we're putting the challenge out. We're posting every day. We're posting a short in the morning, and we're saying what we're doing, and we're asking other people to tell us in the comments, and people are commenting, which is kind of cool, of what they're doing and stuff like that. And just we're trying to inspire each other. She's inspiring me. I'm inspiring her, but we're asking other people to inspire us, and we hope we're inspiring other people.
That's good. That's good. That's encouraging.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Let me bounce back over here. There's a few more things. I saw another question, but Boat Tong came in. Welcome in. So Alice is saying, if you have an annual plan, do you need to contact the insurance company every time you plan a trip?
Yeah, I think I don't have it. I haven't done any yearly plans yet, but I think we're going to. I can get back. I can let you know that for sure, Alice. I'll let you know that. I don't think that you do, but I'll let you know for sure. You may have to just give them the dates, but I'll find out for sure.
It seems like we had to enter the dates, if I'm not right.
Yeah, because typically, when you do, like when I quote for a cruise, you just, they ask for the dates and they ask your destination. But with the cruise, you're doing multiple destinations. You just put in the multiple destinations there, and that's all they need. So, and then the only other thing.
What if you don't know all of when you're buying the insurance? What if you don't know all the trips you're taking right then?
No. What you have to put in, you have to let them know. Like when you book one, then you just go on to your let the insurance know.
Okay.
Now I'm taking one here and that, but I'm not for sure about that because I haven't sold any yearly policies yet. But I will. I will look into that and let you know, Alice, and everybody else. Maybe I'll have it by tomorrow night and I can put it in our live.
Here's a question though. Like, let's say I buy the annual plan, so I'm covered from whatever to whatever, and then so let's say 2 months into it, I go on a cruise, I file a claim. Now is my plan done? Do I need to purchase a new?
No.
So they're gonna like say, oh well, we paid you on that claim, so now you got your.
No, in the insurance, it says every instance or every incident or whatever. So no, just you have your yearly policy. That's to cover you for every travel that you're doing.
So, and is there a dollar limit? So like say you hit, $30,000 or what, are they going to be all right? Well, you kind of capped.
So that yes, there are. They do money wise cap things out. Whether it's like with transportation forever, it's like if you had to be emergency medevac or whatever. I think they cap that out at $100,000. So I don't know. That would probably be three different. You'd be in really bad shape if you're having to be medevaced out. Because I think it'd be like I like that one lady in
Belize.
In Belize. I think her total bill is around $30,000.
Right.
So I mean, if you're gonna do 3 or 4 cruises and 3 times you got a $30,000 medical bill, maybe you shouldn't cruise anymore.
Be like, hey, what's going on? What are you doing on these cruises, dude?
It's what I was wondering. Like you're asking about maximums. I'm like, what do you got planning? What are you planning over there, Mike?
Hey, I mean, I'm going on, going on the greatest cruise ever. So.
Well, then he has a 30-something day cruise, right? Aren't you doing a 31-day cruise or something?
No, well, I'm doing a 14-day next year. I got a 14-day and I got a 9-day.
So speaking of the greatest cruise ever, some things have come up. We may not be able to. Yeah, we may not be able to cruise in November or in December.
What?
Bruce.
I know.
That's no good.
That's like breaking news. What?
So what? Breaking news?
We don't know yet. We'll know in the next week or 2 weeks if we're not going to be able to go in December.
Wow.
But we may not be able to go.
So does this mean you're going to be on the Utopia now?
That's That's even better.
Well,
That would be awesome.
well, that one is a completely different reason why we wouldn't go on the Utopia. That has nothing to do with New Year's Eve. But we may not be able to go on New Year's Eve. But some other breaking news: last night we did book another cruise
Oh.
on Viking on
Oh.
a 17-day Eastern Caribbean
What?
Wow.
on the Viking Sea.
That's
And
something
when is
different.
this?
It's in March of 2025.
I don't think I've seen.
And we
anything
were looking
like
at the world. We were looking at the world, the
World America.
World America cruise. But we got a notification about a special that Viking was running of $50 deposit, and Cindy looked at the itinerary. She's like, "I want to book this, and I want to book it now."
Wow.
Well, you got to do that then.
Oh.
So when your wife tells you, "I want to book it now," well,
That's it.
That was
But
the end of that.
we're going. It's going. I mean, we're going to Totola. We're going to St. Thomas, St. Lucia, all the way to Barbados and then back.
Wow.
So
Okay, that's understandable. So wait
So
a minute.
Jennifer's like, can you get me that information? Because
Right?
maybe I'll book it.
Yeah.
Hey,
There you
I'm,
go.
I'm looking to hear good things the next couple weeks. Can you send that my way?
it's only $50 deposit, and then you have till 90 days to pay it off.
So y'all just don't
And
tell
it's
Andrew.
Viking. Viking's supposed to be
It's
excellent.
Viking.
Just don't tell Andrew. He's at work right now. So just our little secret here.
I'm texting him right now.
No. So if you cancel New Year's and you're not on Utopia, does that mean we really don't get to sail with you until Alaska?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I just said that we weren't able to go on that one, so not
He'll be on the
necessarily.
booze cruise next. Oh, you're not on the booze cruise next year.
Well, if Bruce can't go on the Jubilee, I might cancel. That's it.
I don't know for sure yet, and I'm not saying we're not gonna go.
I understand.
We'll know for sure.
Clock,
Yeah,
you want to go? You want to go on the New Year's cruise?
Clock, you might be going on Viking. Did you ask for the information yet, Clock?
He's looking it up right now.
Hey, Chris, go forth.
Let me jump over to the chat. Scrow's Nest is saying that salt is the thing that kills him on a cruise.
Yeah, I had to cut out the salt.
Awesome. I need to be inspired on working out, says Cruising Scene.
Me too. I agree with me.
Do you have Manulife down there too? If so, what's it like? Manulife? What's Manulife? I don't think we have that. I don't know what that is. And make sure you guys are going into all of our channels and dropping your link. Share out your channel. Alice says, thank you to Bruce. For those of you that are with Cruise Brothers, I was told you can get a discounted policy for being a travel agent. So there you go. You could get a discounted policy, Jennifer.
Yeah.
I just signed up with Cruise Brothers today, actually.
You did?
Hey, we got another travel agent in the house over here.
Yeah, I got my login and stuff. Actually, right before I came on the live stream with y'all, I was doing a little Royal Caribbean training.
I'm so proud of y'all.
I know. How do you guys have? I don't have time to do anything.
You dang watching.
Hey, I gotta get to these 4,000 hours, so I have time to do other things besides YouTube.
I want to ask Clock, what's it like to have a normal life again?
Hey, Chris Goforth, welcome in. I just need to get the hours. Bruce. Oh, no. Bruce, you're all Eddies in December or October, I mean. Bruce, have you given up your room for the Jubilee?
No. And trust me, Mike, I won't be giving it up till the very last moment. I won't be giving. Although one thing I did find out is that I was wrong with the cabin that we got. It's still a balcony, but it's not the one I thought we were. I was confused with our first sailing of it one, but it's still a balcony. It's going to be on a great cruise ship, so I still want to go. So I'm hoping. I'll hope. I do. Don't want to miss it. It's going to be a great cruise, the greatest of all time.
Exactly.
That's what I hear. I've heard that.
December 30th, greatest cruise of all time.
Bruce, you should go on the booze cruise this year or wait. He is already. LOL. Hey, Bruce, if you can't do the New Year's cruise, why don't you do the inaugural cruise the week before?
No, it may be the whole month of December. It's not just New Year's Eve. Yeah.
Wow.
So we'll find out.
All right.
I'm not giving up yet. So.
Sherry, I didn't see the link in Facebook. Did I send it to the wrong Randy?
Uh-oh. We might have a special guest tomorrow.
That could be interesting.
Tune in for the mystery guest.
Wait, what is your Facebook name then? Who did I send it to?
There's somebody like, who is this? StreamYard. What?
No, Randy Scroback. Isn't that your name? It's got your logo. I sent it Sunday at 10:19 p.m. to your messenger. If that's not it, let me know, but it's got your logo and everything. Somebody might be copying you out there, Scrow's Nest.
Going back to the ones, was that clock talking about TAs getting discounts going through Cruise Brothers or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most travel insurance companies give discounts to TAs, period. I get a discount. So
clock's not special.
Sorry, Mike.
I think I need to join the TA club. I'm feeling left out. Me too, Cruising Scene. Oh, I skipped Cruise Nuts' comment up there earlier. Sorry, Cruise Nuts. I was looking at it and then I went over it. He wants to start doing lives. So if you're going to do a live, let me know. Maybe we'll have you up one night. So let me know.
Yes.
Clock Family Adventures. Well, instead of being on screen, you're just watching. Scrow's Nest. Now I sent it to Randy. I think I sent it to your personal. Try your personal Facebook. Controversial Cruising. I'm back. And I had a year long and it let it lapse.
Travel insurance.
Travel insurance, probably, yeah. So if you let it lapse, though, it's easy to get it back, I'm sure, right? It's not like health insurance or something where I figured it was all TA, Bruce, but I didn't want to say the wrong thing. So he was telling us, too, if you're a TA, you get a free one-day Disney pass. Did you know that? So, Bruce, if you come down for the Utopia, we're planning on going to Disney for a day or two to the Food and Wine Festival at Epcot.
In October.
We might fly in a few days early when we for Eddie's cruise and go to Orlando before we go to Tampa. We might. We're trying to decide if we can take the time.
Well, if you were on Clock's Utopia cruise, you can come with all of us as a group to Disney after the cruise.
Yeah.
And then spend a few weeks in Florida just bouncing around and then hop on Eddie's cruise.
That's true.
Just throwing it out there.
We should just come down to Florida and spend 2 months.
You should.
There you go. It's no big deal.
Chris Goforth, one of them would be Chris Wong, Wong. He right now is on Symphony of the Seas. And what is her name? Jordan Bauth, Bauth.
That's the one I was
She
thinking of.
just got off of Wonder, and she's now going next week on to Voyager. She's another one. And those are the only two I think. Oh, yeah, those are the only two cruise ones that I know. Do you guys know of any more?
I was gonna say, Chris, which cruise line too? Because I know that a lot of the Carnival cruise directors are starting to get their own YouTube channels, like Lee.
That's true. Lee Mason.
Oh yeah, Lee
no, he's got
Mason. He's
one.
another one. Mm-hmm. So check all of them out. And then John. Oh, he doesn't. Does John Heald have a YouTube channel, or is he just Facebook?
No, he just does Facebook. But Kindle Fire might be doing YouTube.
But yeah, definitely Jordan
He's
Bauth.
got one too.
Yeah.
I met Chris Wong when he was on Ovation of the Seas. Very nice guy. Very nice. Now it's just me being lazy and poor. Rob with Cruise Brothers has come in. Hello, hello. Welcome in.
Howdy.
Danny D, I'm on the 5th bag out 6 of the cruise ship building set I got from Temu.
That's cool.
Yes. Scrow's Nest. I didn't see it in my personal, but I have that one pretty locked down. All right. I'll just go back to your Instagram. But I did send it to your personal. It's the same logo and everything. It scared me for a minute. I'll get it over to you. Let's see. Warmstrong. Clock. Don't pressure Bruce. He just doesn't want to go with us. LOL.
That's not right, Mike.
Flying Scotsman Chris Williams has YouTube. So there's 2 more over there for you. And Scrow's Nest sounds good. Well, I don't have anything else, and we are over our hour. But don't forget to catch us tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time for our next topic. And Bruce, if you want to join us on that one, you're more than welcome. You might have insight. We'll tell you what that is after the show when we get off of here.
Okay.
So anyhow, we will see everybody tomorrow. Reminder, go check out my Temu video that I just posted, and go check out Cruise Vet's video from this morning of his live. And other than that, everybody have a wonderful. Oh, go on, Jennifer.
I was gonna say, and Ocean short about their new adventure for the next 90 days.
Yes. All right. Bye, guys. Good night. Thank you, everybody.